For the first time, men and women have collectively agreed that Angel Reese was tripping when she got fouled by Kaitlyn Clark, even though Angel Reese caused the first foul. You see, after Angel Reese fouled Shawty trying to get the ball, but Shawty ain't getting mad, the minute Kaitlyn Clark reached for that ball, she want to flop to the floor and try to throw hands. Like, what you trying to throw hands for? Then when you look up close and personal, you see it was a basic foul. They gave her a flagrant foul for this. How? That baby had foul, bro. You about to throw hands and crash out about that foul? Not to mention, she hit the ball. You decide to go flop over, trying to pull a LeBron James. No disrespect to the GOAT. But I'm happy that majority of men and women collectively agree on the internet that Angel just got a problem with Shawty for no reason at this point, bro. Like, now, it's just a one-sided beef.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day. Well, what we have here is going to be talking about the whole Angel Reese and Kaitlyn Clark situation. I think if people that are watching my channel already know what's going on here, but obviously, or what my opinions are going to be on this. But of course, this is another ghetto woman just going out and lashing out and not using correct emotional control to stop this. And obviously, I don't know too much about basketball, but I do know, I can see a person that is raging out for a specifically no actual reason here and what have you. So without further ado, let's get into it. Now, this is the actual video right here that we see, right? This is the video that we see to where we have Kaitlyn Clark where she does a foul. Now, you see here where Kaitlyn Clark specifically pushes Angel Reese down, which is or not push, but does a foul, right? It's not necessarily a foul. And then of course Angel Reese is acting like an animal, like she wants to fight, right? That's what we have here. Now this is from a far stand view. Let's do a little bit closer of a view right here to what this is going on.
Kaitlyn Clark in the aftermath.
So you see this here from this angle, and this is what happens. She tries to go over the ball. The foul is coming. We all knew this was going on. And so that's what we have here. Now, we're going to go into this part here, right? We're going to go here to where we have the Indiana Fever to all this situation where this is the other angle of what happened here. So we're not going to play the sound, but you can see here, obviously I hate this sound. So you can see here, she pushes this girl here, right? She pushes. Kaitlyn Clark says, that's a foul, pointing at the person like she just got fouled. And then Kaitlyn Clark just says that, right? And that's what Kaitlyn Clark does. And now look at Angel Reese where she's like going to fight. And look, you could tell right here where the hate, the anger is here. This is just pure anger here. Nothing is happy, good door here. This is just pure anger, right? Look at that. And Kaitlyn Clark is just walking away. Like, how normal people do, how normal adults do. And I am sick and tired of showing this here to where this woman is just rage baiting and just being angry for simply no reason. And this is the reason why I can't stand Angel Reese. She's a terrible sport. She's not good at basketball from what I can gather here. And it's just insane how it's going to this point, right? Well, again, we have some race baiters here, of course, because why wouldn't we have race baiters going out and talking about this whole situation here? So without further ado, let's get to the race baiters.
Every black woman should be pissed off right now. No one even wants to talk about. I wonder how does Sid Colson and Breonna Turner and Kelsey Mitchell and Dewana Bonner and AB feel as black women, Dantas, as black women, not only seeing your teammate do something like that to another black woman, and that black woman is the one that's made out to be the villain. That black woman is the one that's being disrespected by your fans in your house, and you're a black woman, and you got a shucking job for these bitches. Because the player that got attacked is on the opposite team?
Hold on one second.
Break.
I usually mind my business, but they saying they really think that Angel Reese hates Kaitlyn Clark. Now, personally, I don't think she hates Kaitlyn Clark. I think that the issue is that when she's playing Kaitlyn Clark got racist fans that do monkey sounds and weird ass racist shit while Angel Reese is on the court. So if I'm playing against you and your fans are doing racist shit, yeah, I'm gonna have energy for you because you constantly let your friends be racist, right? No lie, Kaitlyn Clark fans have brought so much racism to the WNBA. You guys are racist. I don't feel like she personally hates Kaitlyn Clark. I do feel like she thinks that Kaitlyn Clark could do a better job at telling her racist fans to stop doing racist shit. That's just simply what it is. That's what I personally think it is. So maybe if her fans stop being racist, then she might not be so fueled and fired up. They literally taunt this girl and do and say f***ed up shit to her. Like, how the fuck she's at the free throw line and they're making monkey sounds? That's racist as I would be mad too, bitch. And you don't do nothing about your fans.
First things first, let's talk about your nose. You know those nose rings are in your ear? Yeah, you know, right? Get rid of those. Not in your ear, but on your nose. Those are rings. Yeah, get rid of those. You look like an actual bull. The only thing that does be worse is a bull ring, which you can just kind of like yank it like a little cow, right? So let's get rid of those. Second off, you're doing a lot of emotional appeal here, right? You're saying a lot of feel, right? Well, your feelings doesn't go off of the facts, and there are no racist fans, particularly what I saw here. So, again, that's the insanity in all this, and these people are just literally raging on how Kaitlyn Clark is obviously racist and she hates Angel Reese and stuff like that, which is completely absurd in every single regard because these are race baiters. These people are actual racists. We don't pay these no mind. And the whole problem that I have with the WNBA is that a lot of these people, the WNBA is just racist towards white people. It's just straight up the fact. I can't stand these people. I can't stand the WNBA. And the WNBA is going to make itself fall, right? It's going to make itself collapse because the way the whole organization in itself acts towards not Angel Reese, but Kaitlyn Clark. It's quite obvious on what they are doing here. Like, they forced her to apologize and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's insane. So we have this here where Robert goes out and explains what's going on here, what the case with Angel Reese, and another guy is saying Kaitlyn Clark drops 20 points per game here, and you have Angel Reese he can barely even do that. So without further ado, here's the clip.
Was this type of reaction last year when Angel Reese got chokeslammed by Alyssa Thomas of the Connecticut Sun? Y'all remember that? She got fouled so hard, they kicked Aaliyah Thomas out the game with a flagrant 2 foul. What did Angel Reese do? Nothing. She didn't get up and try to swing on her. You know why? The reaction was different because of who did it. And there is a lot of history there with Kaitlyn Clark and Angel Reese. You guys remember last year when Angel Reese celebrated Kennedy Carter getting that flagrant foul on the hip check against Kaitlyn Clark? You remember that? On the sideline, just, yeah, baby, get her, you get her. Who celebrates like that for a flagrant foul on another player if they don't dislike that player? Okay, you want some more evidence? Here's some more evidence. Remember last year when they were talking about who gets the credit for the expansion and the eyeballs and the popularity boost of women's basketball, not just the WNBA, but women's basketball in general, because of the spike in the women's NCAA tournament and WNBA viewership? A lot of people were attributing that to Kaitlyn Clark, and rightfully so. This is what Angel Reese had to say, and I quote, "People are talking about women's basketball. You never would think they'd be talking about women's basketball. People are pulling up to the games. We got celebrities coming to the games, sold out arenas just because of one single game. Just looking at that, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on to be that for my teammates. I know I'll go down in history. I'll look back in 20 years and be like, the reason we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person. It's because of me too. I want y'all to realize that." Now, I heard a lot of people say that I or others have made Angel Reese the villain. Did you not just hear herself call herself the bad guy? She called herself the villain. I'm not making her the villain. She's making herself the villain.
I don't talk about women's sports the same way that y'all talk about women's sports. Y'all handle them with kid gloves. I'm not finna do that. While y'all want to talk about that stupid non-flagrant foul that happened yesterday, I'm gonna talk about something that I know none of y'all know nothing about. Chicago Sky, come to the front of the table, bro. Come to the front. Hey, Courtney Vandersloot, tell the class how you played 30 minutes and you put up 4 points. Kia Nurse, you played 20 minutes and you put up 4 points, 0 boards. And Angel, you too. You know the biggest problem when it comes to handling Angel Reese? Y'all don't hold her to the same standard that you would hold like a LeBron James to. I'm talking about pre-championships. Y'all still held him to a way bigger standard. If LeBron had a game where he grabbed 17 boards but he put up 12 points, y'all would say he need to work on converting. Y'all would say he need to work on finishing. You would say he's not a complete player yet. Meanwhile, y'all talk about Angel, and it's like y'all talk about her through the same lens as LeBron post rings. Angel, you need to work on conversions, yo. Chicago Sky got belt put to Tookus, and you was a part of that. Keeper Dubinsky, your whole team played trash yesterday. I don't want to hear no more beef between her and Kaitlyn Clark so she could put up more than 12 points a game. And by the way, they don't even play the same position. Keep talking about who could do who job better. Kaitlyn Clark drops 20 points a game, bro. And she is a point guard. Angel Reese is a small forward. That's why her finishing after grabbing all them boards matters. But you don't know all that because you don't watch hoop. You race bait.
Yeah, and what we have here is obviously that Angel Reese just very, very hates Kaitlyn Clark because she's white. It's just pure and simple why this is going to be the case here. I mean, I don't see how else you can say this, especially with the WNBA. And not only that, you can see the two different contrasts here. You can see here where one side you have where the one girl is quite literally looks like she's choke slamming Angel Reese. She doesn't react, whereas you have where Kaitlyn Clark does this, and she makes a reaction here. So you clearly see the actual difference between these two people all on the actual reaction that she makes. One is way severely worse what happened to Angel Reese, whereas the other one is baby compared to anything if you want to consider it a foul. Now, what we have here is Baby McGee here, Ryan Clark, right? Ryan Clark is an idiot. He's called racist. And, of course, he says Ryan Clark dismisses Robert Griffin's the third's criticism of Angel Reese because he's married to a white woman. Because that should matter, right? Because being married to a white woman is an issue somehow, for some unknown reason. That absolves all your credibility. That absolves all your criticism, whatever, because you're married to a white woman. Okay, how about this, dickwad? How about I say none of your points make any credibility at all because you're married to a black woman? See how racist and stupid that sounds and how it makes you look? Yeah, that's kind of how we get it to here. So let's listen to this dickwad's actual comment here because I'm already angry as it is.
I love the fact that the WNBA has this exciting rivalry. I hate the fact that they're always pinned against one another. RG3 called what Angel Reese did hate. He said you could see the hate on her face for Kaitlyn Clark. I'm not really sure when we moved in to being able to read the expressions of a person and know their intent. He does understand hate because I think he also understands the hate of self. When you look at the play, which is all we could speak to as professionals, Angel Reese pushed one of her teammates. Kaitlyn Clark had a hard foul, which is part of basketball. I feel like it was assessed correctly. And Angel Reese's reaction is the sort of reaction you get in a situation when you feel like you took an intentionally hard foul. And so now, though, when RG3 jumps on to the hate train or to the angry train, and now follows along with what we saw from Keith Olbermann, what we saw from Dave Portnoy, as they poured on to Angel Reese to make her the villain in Kaitlyn Clark's heroic or hero story. Right. The one thing we know about RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what black women have to endure in this country, about what young black women and athletes like Angel Reese have had to deal with being on the opposite side of Kaitlyn Clark's rise and ascension into stardom. You haven't been able to do that because in both of your marriages, you've been married to white women. And the whole time that he's mimicking Angel Reese and bobbing his head and moving his neck while he's doing this whole piece, his wife is in the back amening and clapping. And so to me, it's just another situation that now this young lady has to deal with.
It's completely absurd, and it's so dumb to even come down to that conclusion because she's white. Oh, because you had a white woman. It's like black women don't have these hard issues that you think of doing. If anything, black women had a bad precedence or have a bad rep because the way they act towards other people are really whack. I mean, they literally have terms like German Shepherd, ghetto, and all these other things that that specifically on how black women act because of how they do. So I don't know what he's getting at here. So again, finally, we're going to do this last thing here, where the WNBA is apparently investigating alleged racial comments from fans toward Angel Reese during Fever Sky game. So as the WNBA is investigating alleged racist comments from a fan or multiple fans directed toward Angel Reese during the Sky's game against the Fever on Saturday, a source with knowledge of the situation told the Post. The WNBA strongly condemns racism, hate, and discrimination in all forms. No, you don't, because you blatantly go after Kaitlyn Clark on every front and force her to apologize for things that she is completely out of her control. So you know you don't. You don't condemn racism. You actually condone it. They have no place in our league or in our society. You allow it. The league said in a statement Sunday, "We're aware of the allegations and are looking into the matter." It's unclear when the alleged comments occurred during the Fever's 93-58 game. When at the Gunnbridge Fieldhouse, but tempers did flare between Reese and Clark, mostly just due to Angel Reese here, but I digress. Rivals dating back to their time at LSU and Iowa, respectively, in the third quarter, after Reese grabbed an offensive rebound and Clark proceeded to commit hard foul to prevent a shot. Reese stumbled to the court following the foul, but she quickly jumped up and headed toward Clark. Yeah, we all know the scuffle, right? So, again, what they have here is they say judges' behavior is unacceptable in our sport. The WNBA said in a statement, under the WNBA's no space for hate policy, we trust the league to thoroughly investigate and take swift, appropriate action to ensure a safe and welcoming environment for all. The Fever said in a statement they're working closely with the NBA regarding the investigation, and that they said they stand firm in our commitment to providing a safe environment for all WNBA players. So, no. Again, you guys are investigating into something incredibly stupid that has no based on no merit whatsoever, saying there is racism. There is no racism. The racism is you guys. You guys are the racists here. So I don't know what else you're trying to investigate other than being completely stupid. All right, so again, I can't stand this. I can't stand the WNBA. At this point, I just wanted to collapse and fall so that way that we could get another sport that can replace it that isn't so full of racism and actual complete hate. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care, my friends.